All my strategies really boil down to this one thing. Make them an offer they would be foolish to refuse. So in my last video, I talked about how to target your audience if you really want to attract paying customers. Now that you actually know who your customers are, the type of people that generally want what you sell, then the next step is to attract them to your business so that they can actually pay for the thing. These strategies are straightforward and actually really easy to implement. So let's jump in. I don't know if any of you are actually Taylor Swift fans, but in one of her songs, there's a line that says, "Find out what you want, be that girl for a month." I know it sounds kind of psycho, but it actually works perfectly for business. Kinda. Let me explain. So the thing is, in our last video, we spoke about how the people who want what you're selling are the people who are more likely to buy, right? So my first strategy is actually to give people what they want. You need to actually find out what they want and give it to them. And not just what they want in terms of the actual item or the actual service that you might provide, but what is the thing that they want to feel? What is the thing that they want to experience with it? I know it may sound kind of deep and philosophical, but I'm not even talking about on that level. People make spending decisions, or any decision for that matter, largely based on what they want, what they feel on the inside. So you need to find out for your target audience, well, what do they want to feel on the inside? And make them feel those things. Do they want to make money? Do they want to be rich? Do they want to save money? Do they want to have clear skin, whiter teeth? If that's something that your business can help them to achieve, you're going to be able to attract paying customers because people pay for what they want, not so much what they need. What can your business offer that people actually want? So for my retail business, there are a lot of people who want their homes to look gorgeous. They want their homes to look expensive, look and feel bougie, but they don't really want to spend that kind of money all the time. So that's something that my business focuses on giving my customers. In order to find out what your customers want, there are a number of ways that you can do it. Obviously, doing market research is important, but you also have your analytics. You get analytics on your business pages on social media. So for example, even without going deep into analytics, you can just look at the posts that are being liked and shared and saved more. Just give people more of those things if that's what you realize they want, and give them less of the things that they don't seem to want. If you realize that you have a lot of stock left for one particular item and another item has been selling out like crazy, then look into why people are buying that particular item. Was it because it was a particular season? Or is it that people just like this kind of thing? My second strategy is to show them, not tell them, how your products can actually meet their needs. In a previous video, I shared that I used to carry a lot of my stock to work, and that's where I would get a lot of my sales. And that's because they were able to see the products, and I would do all kinds of demonstrations and all kinds of antics to show them what the product can do. You are more likely to get customers if they are seeing with their own eyes what this product can actually do, how it will look in a particular setting. It can be from hair and nails to household items like myself. It can be a machine that you sell that cleans cars. Whatever it is, people want to see demonstrations. They want to see visual representations of what can be done. Think about an ad for makeup. Would you rather hear the information being sent to you about what this makeup can do, or would you prefer to see it in action? In the same way, one of the things that you can do is do more demos of your products. So you can repurpose videos that have already been created to show what your product can do. You can create very quick tutorials or demonstrate really quickly in your stories what your products can do. Strategy number 3 is to go where the money resides. Go where they already are. So for example, you can think of your ideal customer based on what we talked about in my last video, and think of where would this customer already be shopping? Where would they already be spending their money? It may not be in a similar business to yours, but it may be in a complementary business or an unrelated business altogether. So if you sell furniture, people are already buying furniture somewhere else. So you can go to the social media page and look at the comments. Look and see what people are saying that they love or what they don't love. Look at the posts that people are liking and engaging on the most, and try to understand what exactly are they getting from this company that you can actually offer them, and maybe even do it better. Paying customers may also be spending at complementary businesses. If you're a caterer, you can go to businesses that provide other services for, let's say, people who are getting married or people who have events, decor rentals, and things like that. So you can think of other businesses that are complementary to yours, and you can go there and make your presence known. On social media, a great way to do that is to comment on the posts and, to say something funny or, reply to someone who may have asked a question about something. Once you do it tastefully, I don't think that it should be a problem. By the way, if this information is adding value to your entrepreneurship journey, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share with somebody else in business. Another thing that you can actually do is to collaborate with these complementary businesses, because they're not in competition with you. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because they have something you want, which is your target audience. My next strategy is based on studies that show that consumers actually need up to 7 interactions with a product or a business before they actually make a decision to buy. What that means is that you need to be more visible to your target audience if you want them to actually buy from you. So if you want to attract paying customers, you need to go in front of them and show yourself more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. One way that you can actually do this is by running ads. Other ways that you can put yourself in front of your target audience are in your stories, your posts, having other customers actually do the work for you by generating their own content. You can have a giveaway, or you can have a promotion where people create their own videos or stories showing themselves using your products, and maybe they can get some sort of discount or some sort of gift. And you can even use influencers to promote your products. Now, the thing about using influencers is that you need to make sure that the audience for these influencers align with your audience, because it would be a big waste of money for you to spend $500 or $1,000 or $200 on an influencer to promote your product and then realize that you're not getting any traffic afterward, because he or she may have a target audience that doesn't fit your target audience's demographics, which is why that video from before was so important. My next strategy to attract paying customers is to go to the paying customers that you already have and get them to want to pay again. Go back to past paying customers and convert them into repeat customers. You could create some sort of loyalty program, so that way past customers feel more incentivized to buy again. People are more likely to buy again from you if they know that there is some sort of benefit that they will get from you that they're not getting from somewhere else. For example, let's say you're in the mall and you want to buy a pair of sneakers. You may see a store there selling sneakers for $200, but then you may remember that there's another store that you bought from maybe 10 minutes away, and they're offering you some sort of discount if you buy from them a second time. It's going to be easy for some people to decide, you know what, I'm going to buy that same pair of sneakers in that place that I went before, even though it's not the most convenient option in that moment, simply because they know that they're going to get a discount. So when you have a loyalty program, it's going to make people choose you even if you're not the most convenient choice in the moment. You can even consider doing other things that will make people be more loyal to you, even if you don't have a loyalty program or you can't run a loyalty program for whatever reason. Things such as customer service, customer care, that really stands out. When people like you, they are more likely to come back to you. When people feel like they can trust you, they're more likely to buy from you again. When people feel like they know you a little bit and they understand you, or they connect with you because you have some sort of shared background, they're more likely to come to you again. So that's a little bonus tip that you can think of to attract paying customers. My next tip is something that I know a lot of trainees will appreciate. You need to make it easy for people to actually spend their money at your business place. So yesterday I went to the mall and I wanted to buy a donut or something like that. And I stood up there, I was taking out my money. I realized that the cashier was talking to someone else. And I figured, by the time I take out the money, she'll be ready to, take my order. But she was talking to another co-worker. She wasn't like talking to a customer. So I finished taking out the money and I stood there waiting to, make my order. And she was not taking me on. She was having a full-on conversation, standing right in front of me, but having a full-on conversation with her coworker. In the split second that I was preparing to walk off, she turned and she saw me. And she's like, oh my gosh, sorry. And she attended to me. It was kind of annoying, but she redeemed herself because she was so apologetic. My point is, there are things that you may be doing that are turning off customers who are coming to your business ready to buy. For example, something that we do not like in Trinidad and Tobago at all is not having your prices posted. If you don't have prices posted, you are not actually selling anything. People should not have to DM you for prices unless maybe it's some sort of service where you have to be discreet with your pricing. People should not have to DM you or WhatsApp you or message you or comment, price please, cost please, what's the price? That is very annoying. So if that is you, please stop. You should have all the details listed that people would want, like sizes and colors and all the things that are available. Another thing that you should consider is making it very clear if the item is available or not. The worst is when you message a business about a particular product and it's out of stock. So how I try to avoid that in my business is to have a highlight of my in-stock items. And I frequently post in my stories, here's where you can find that particular highlight. What I also do is in the caption, when something is out of stock, I try to update the caption by having it really bold that you can't miss it, although sometimes people do miss it, and say out of stock. Something you can also consider, depending on your type of business and the type of page that you have, is to remove the item from the page if it's not in stock anymore. So at some point I had a thrift store and I removed the items from the page because they were no longer in stock, because it's just one piece I had and everything anyway. So it's not as though I could restock later and still use the post. So that's something you can consider. Something else that you can do is reply in a timely manner. Now in this video, I talked about productivity tips that can help you as a business owner. So I'm not saying that you need to reply in 2 seconds or in 2 minutes when somebody messages you, but you have to reply in a timely manner. Within 24 hours is generally what people expect. You can reply within 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, but people should not be messaging your business and you don't send a reply 2, 3, 4 days later. So in order to make buying easy for customers, what I think you should do is think like a buyer. You're a buyer. Would you like to message somebody and not get a reply for days? Would you like to have to ask for the price and not get a response for days? Would you like to have a very difficult ordering process? I've abandoned so many carts online because I don't want to have to register before I can find out what is my actual final price. So make your websites and your page and all of that user-friendly, make the buying process really easy so that people who are coming with their money in their hand, ready to buy, will have nothing keeping them from actually buying. So these are my top strategies to attract paying customers. I've put all of them into practice at some point or the other, and I can attest to all of these strategies. They will attract paying customers if you put them into practice. Let me know down in the comment which of these strategies you really think you need to implement and which of these you have already implemented. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
I'm asked, what the what? What a money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside?